Welcome back to Take One with Ronnie Nanos. It is really an honor and a pleasure to have my next two guests. You know, I want to before I move forward in this chat, I want to let them know that these were the first two producers that gave me my first opportunities as a film director out here. So we have a great long history. I think we had our beginnings together. They had been being producers in other people's films in town, including the Halls and Lisa Savy and so when we finally got to work together, they gave me my first opportunity. It's crazy how that even worked out. We were working, I said I came in as a script supervisor, became an AD, and I got to direct scenes for the first time. And it's always a pleasure to go back to being back here in Vegas to acknowledge and see the people that really are part of the building blocks of the things that I still get to do, and they're a huge part of that I get to do. That it's like it's a homecoming to see you guys. So
Yes,
thank you. I wanted to
thank you.
welcome Neelesh and Chaitali Patel, who own Patel Films USA, based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome, guys. It's so good to
Thank you.
see you
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Wow, I'm
you.
like, gosh, God, it's been we started working together back, I think, in 2018 or
2018, yeah,
2018
2018,
when we were
yes.
putting together the journey of Mr. Deshi.
Uh,
And we met, I was on set on my first script supervisor role with
yeah, with
Lisa
Lisa
Savy.
Sevi,
And
yes.
again, we met in,
Yeah,
you guys were still based in Kingman at the time.
right,
And
right.
wow,
Thank
welcome back.
thank you.
Again,
Thank you.
it's so neat. God,
Thank you.
we kind of grew up in the industry together. And
Right,
again,
right.
I'm never going to forget that again.
Yeah.
We were talking and from of our previous segments of the independent film community here in
Mm.
Las Vegas and just in general and the ups, the downs and even the things again you make friends and wanna you even get adversarial even we've even had moments where we like, had gotten angry and hollered at each other. I have deep love for you. I always will. I mean,
Yes,
it's,
yes,
you're
yes.
family to me. You're always
We
gonna be
are,
family to
right.
me.
Yeah.
And I love that because it's like we get passionate about what we do because we care about what we do.
Mm.
And I mean, you guys really do care about the projects and stuff that you do. I know you also host a film festival here in Las Vegas as
Right. I
well.
started 3 years back.
Wow, how is
Yes.
that doing?
It's
I
going
do
bad,
pay
going bad,
attention
and
to that.
I want you to be involved in that.
Absolutely, I'm ready to get
Yeah.
back. I said, as
Yeah.
we were talking again, independent film has changed in so many ways, and we've learned a lot through the time that we've done it. But you guys
Can
were
you believe that on this year, on 2025, I have 395 movies around the world?
that is fan. I can't believe that because I know
Yes.
you. I know how you hustle. I know what you do. I know you're constantly working, trying to find ways to do these things. I can believe it because, and I'm not surprised by it because I know how you like and how you like to work and what you're doing. Again, it's whether they see here in Vegas or whatnot, unless they see what we're doing at that moment, they think, what are they doing? They're not doing nothing. Again, we
Right.
haven't talked in a while. We've all worked and done separate things. Again, since then, I'm not surprised. I know you're doing some more stuff in India as
India
well.
as well. Yes.
And
I'm starting the film festival in
in
India as
India, I
well
saw that. So this
from
will
this
be your
January. Yes.
second film festival
Second
that
film
you own.
festival.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. Tell
Yes.
us about both of your film festivals, please.
Right.
Tell
Right.
us
Yeah.
about the one here in Las Vegas.
Yeah. In
It's been,
Vegas, I started in 2023.
uh-huh.
It's called Bollywood Hollywood
Yes,
Film
I
Festival,
saw that.
Las Vegas.
Great name, Bollywood, Hollywood.
Film
It's
Festival.
pretty simple to figure that out.
Correct. So I want to just I want to be a bridge of the Bollywood and Hollywood and
Absolutely.
bring the international filmmakers to the local here, to the Las Vegas
Absolutely.
community. And this year I had a filmmaker from Indonesia. They visited here.
Yes.
And they made a really nice movie, action movie, and they really want to work with me for the international level, and they want to shoot the film here in Las Vegas
Good.
as well.
Good.
So this year I have lots of opportunity to connect with international people,
That's a good
filmmaker,
thing.
and I have few more people from the Iran. Can you
From
believe
you,
that?
I didn't know
Iran,
there was.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
There are Iran. They are making really small films, like a short films,
Right.
but they are making really good movies. The content is really good.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We were talking last night before the film premiere. Even again, as I was chatting with you weeks before, like, hey, this is kind of what we're looking at when we were bringing this back here. Ben and I were like, why are we going to get people to come see a film that we're the only two people that know? These are people that nobody knows in Las Vegas. Why would we bring this premiere here? It's going into these smaller independent films. But these, the one we saw last night was an
Right.
independent film. It's a full feature.
Hmm.
We filmed it in 4 days, and we did it for $16,000 for the entire film.
Right, right.
16K.
That's a really good budget.
And that's the thing is going. We come from those days where again with the Mahals, bless Michael Mahal. Dearly departed. Lots of friends. We had our friend Bob Larson pass away
Oh,
last year
yes,
as
yes,
well.
yes. That's a so
And
sad news. Yeah.
well, it's just those things again. I think a lot of people in Las Vegas, and we came from that perspective too, that we need to spend all this money and a lot of money on films, and we thought that's what you have to do, and how and very often nobody gets the returns back. You're not making that money back, and I think in the time I've had away and working with different producers, I worked with a producer in Palm Springs, and I became since then I've beyond directing and whatnot, I do full production management and line producing, where I put together the entire budget of the film. And Bill Boatman was the one I worked with, and he had worked in network television
Hmm.
with this TV show Scandal. His dad was the DP for Hee Haw, and he directed some Mariah Carey videos as well. But he worked in the big industry, and he decided to become an independent film director. But he didn't have anybody that he trusted to put together his budget. Originally, he had a film that we did last year. It hasn't been released yet, called Sierra Highway. And the original budget was about $200,000. When I got done and he sent me his budget, we did that one for 60K. And it was a big budget kind of film, big crime caper. And he's originally a cameraman, a DP. And we were able to actually get Panavision cameras from Panavision with insurance. We actually used Jeremy Settle's insurance for that
Hmm.
with Cop Films. And we got the Panavision cameras for the entire shoot. And you'll like this because remember when we had to rent cameras for Ring of Desire, we got the Panavision cameras from Panavision Studios for $1,800 for the entire shoot for
Oh,
a
okay.
2 week shoot.
2 weeks soon. That's good.
So we did a 2 week shoot for a film that had car chases and one location for the main house, and it was a crime caper. To do that large scale film for 60K was really interesting to be able to put that together with everybody housed, meals, and everything. So even working with Jeff London from the film you saw last night for 16K, everybody was housed, everybody was paid. It was filmed an hour and a half away from here in St. George, Utah. Like when we
Right,
were in,
right. So,
I was like, that's like when we were in Kingman,
correct, correct.
and for 16K. So that's what I was saying. You know what? It also gave me that perspective now too that I wanted to start self-funding or co-funding with different producers. And I'm like, and I can put up 10K because I can put up 10K myself. I never did that before.
Hmm.
I didn't think I knew enough yet. I didn't want to put my money and throw it away. That's the business says. We always had that respect
Business, yeah.
for children as businessmen. That now I've been talking to you all. I want to do something in the next year. Maybe
So,
together that we're putting in equally. We can do a film for 20K in 4 days and put it together and make some money back. I'm tired of not
that's what I
making
learned. You
money.
know, that's what I learned. That's why I learned that, and now I'm establishing my YouTube channel.
Right, exactly.
And
Yes, I saw
I'm
that.
marketing in India right now. My channel is monetized right now.
Good. I've monetized my Facebook too. It's crazy. I'm gonna do that
My
too.
Facebook too is already
It's all
monetized. Yeah,
monetized. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you know
already
it.
monetized.
It's those little things like that to help you.
But on a YouTube is a little harder to monetize.
It really is. I bet it is. But again, again, that was the discussion that how much we've learned since those times
Correct.
now.
Yeah.
Again, because I know at that time, again, you were producing and you were donating money to all these other films and never
Mm,
seeing any turnaround. And it's not to
right.
dispel anybody. Nobody's coming from a bad place. They just
Mm,
didn't know. They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know what they're doing. Again, now I do contracts from pre-production even to where the producer and remember where that split is so that nobody ever has to guess what it is. And that makes that difference. Again, the film last night was $16,000 for the entire film. And that's when we even had an original score as well. So
Right, right.
again,
It's a good content, you know.
yeah, well, and it was a good
Content,
subject
yeah.
matter. And
Good
that's what now
subject. Yeah,
choosing films that
yeah.
again with
And I
content and
like
stuff
the
that we like.
Ben Stauber. He did really good.
Absolutely. My best friend
Excellent
is
job,
great.
you know. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing
Or
too.
the expression wise and
We could
everything
start
is
writing
good.
and getting things and writing even parts for ourselves if we need to now,
Right.
because we know we can handle that work now. Again,
Mhm.
it's trying to navigate this community in independent film because there's some great things about independent film, but there's so many things that there's a lot of people that are put in positions that they don't know what those positions are.
Right,
And we've had to learn that throughout time.
right.
We learned this together.
Yes.
Again, I'm
Absolutely,
like,
yes.
wow. What do you have any new films right now that you're working on?
Yeah, I have a three script ready.
Really?
Yeah. It is all script, you know that.
No,
I'm a team up with
I
Jason
want to read
White,
them.
Jason White. So
I
me and
actually am
Jason
working with
White,
Jason White right now too to
yeah,
create something for
yeah.
20K. He
Okay.
contacted me
Yeah,
recently.
when he
Yeah.
told us to
We went to the
Good.
Chicago.
yeah.
We met him over there.
Oh, did you really? So he told you we were talking about it too.
Yes,
But
and
yeah,
he's coming here
he's
in a
interested. He
December.
was interested in as well as being involved in the next film. I was
Yeah.
like, Jason, and he actually texted me last night. He's like, I have some ideas. I'm like, let's get some ideas and put those together. I'm like, but I want to take a year to really put it together, an exact script that we want to put in together because. Again, I think it's always having the right script, the right story, and again, I love working with Jason because you can tell him I
He's
don't
a
think
nice
that
guy.
worked, and you can also tell him I don't think that works exactly. I don't he gets that you
He
like,
gets that. He makes
and
changes.
makes
He
changes because
never argue.
he
He
goes, how
never
do you
get
do that? I'm like,
upset.
well, make it
Yeah.
one location.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
and make it an ensemble piece. We don't need 25 actors.
Mm-hmm.
Make 5 actors for
Five.
the entire film.
Yeah. Right.
6 actors
Right.
again,
Right.
and those of us that are producing or directing or all those things again, even as a director, do working. I know more about working with these cinematographers to get interesting shots. Working with Bill
Mm-hmm.
and Joshua Tree because he was a DP, and I was like, how are you gonna make that shot happen like that? And like, you watch me and do it. They're using practical effects. They did this thing, but they were in a car and they were passing, and I'll have to show it to you. We're driving down a highway and it looks like they're passing my trees, and everyone's like, and I'll ask people, filmmakers, went, how do you think you did that? Goes, is that was that screen or CGI? I'm like, no, it's practical, and then I'll show them the video and how we did it,
Okay.
and learning those kind of things again. It's neat to come back because it's like a family homecoming because
Yes,
we're
yes.
all
Correct.
of us and
Yes.
knowing the things that we know now
Now,
together
yeah.
because I'm
And
like
now we know more in the industry.
that we can
How
make
to
better stuff,
better stuff. Yeah.
Right.
and I'm excited
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
again. There's a missing a lot here in Las Vegas because since the halls are done, and I think
Right.
it was last night. It was neat to see everybody because there was that moment of again. It was a family reunion
Mm-hmm.
to build that excitement and that energy again. It was everyone that saw each other,
Isn't
whether
it
they
like
were
that?
like
Yeah. I don't know
Tired?
it was
why
good. Everyone was like
people.
last night.
I
It was
seen in the
nice.
Las Vegas, people they don't want to work in a team. Some reason, if
No,
when they get a little bit succeed, then they want to be a part.
but see, that's my thing now that I've gotten to do more now. I think now the success is going back to the roots and creating those teams again
Yeah.
because now we know more. Again, why
No.
would you go off
Right.
and then think you know more than the people know? Those are the people who helped get you there.
This
Here.
kind of industry like
You
teamwork.
have to have
Teamwork
like
gets
a
a
team.
success.
And especially teamwork with people that you've already established that with.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
like we've
So,
worked on 3 films
right.
together.
Yeah. So
Why
I
wouldn't we go back and do that? Because
hire somebody else. Like you know what I needed,
you know what I
and
mean.
yeah,
You
I
get
know
it.
what you
Yeah,
needed.
we and
So we know each
and we
other.
know the personalities too.
Correct.
Are
Yeah.
we always in good moods?
Right. Yeah.
No.
With somebody, then you have to learn their nature. How they are doing, what they want.
No,
It will
absolutely.
take a time.
No, but yeah,
So I
it's
always prefer to work in a team.
I do
That's
too.
that's a my
Well,
Always will have to
yeah.
things like work from start to the end.
And
Your
yes,
whole team will want it to go along with it.
right.
yeah,
Well, and success is when you're building in teams because one person doesn't know everything,
correct.
and you're not going to be able to do everything now.
Right.
So you have to have the people that know how to do those
How do
things
yeah.
to build those teams. The best and most successful people are the ones that know how to build teams. And I
Hmm.
think we did that then, whether we realized we were doing it or not.
Right.
Is that if you've done it several times, you're like, this is how it works, and this is how it succeeds. It's again,
That's why I will always prefer like on the same team every time.
yeah, I
So,
like it. Again, even finding again the right directors too. You don't even need fancy DPs. You need a director that
mhm,
knows how to tell them
correct.
this is how this shot would be done. This is how we can make that happen. Like again, it's neat to work with different absolutely and learn whatnot, but then you bring it back home and then you create from there, and then it
Correct.
grows into something bigger and something better.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So my
I don't know.
next,
What do I
let me
know?
tell you about my next
Yes,
project.
please.
My plan next year it's called Vegas Rebel.
Vegas Rebel.
Vegas Rebels,
hmm
yeah, and
Is it crime film?
is a action comedy,
I like it. Okay,
yeah,
action. I like
action
action
and
comedies.
comedy,
Okay.
but I want to make that in a Bollywood, in a
Okay.
In a Hindi.
Oh, really?
Bollywood
Script
way.
script is already in English. written by the Jason White, stories from me,
Uh-huh.
and screenplay by Jason White.
Uh-huh.
Everything is ready to go.
Uh-huh.
Is
Will it be Hindi dubbed or
No,
Hindi spoken?
Hindi spoken. I'm
Okay.
planning to hire all the Hindi
Oh,
actors,
good.
and I will help you or anybody
To
to
understand the
understand that,
language.
language, it will be in a same thing in English, same I'm translating in a Hindi.
That'd
That's
be
it.
interesting to do.
That's it.
That would be a challenge. But I like
Because,
challenges like
yeah,
that.
you know why I'm planning that? Because in English I already involved in many three film I already made it:
For a
Earth Club,
project.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Desi,
Yes.
and the Ring of Desire.
Uh-huh.
Now
Both of those, there's a Hindi dubbed version of both.
Hindi dub, but I want to make it in a
Actually,
Hindi
Hindi
originally.
spoken.
So
Well, and you
I
know
can
how
be
it's working.
market very well in India. That's my
And
plan.
India right
Asian
now has
markets
such a
are
I want
great.
to go on a something different way now.
Oh no,
Not like a
absolutely.
this way. I already experienced this way on a Hollywood style.
Uh-huh.
Let me go on my Bollywood style too.
Okay, absolutely.
With the same team. The
Okay.
team will be here.
No,
Same
absolutely.
thing.
Cast
Would it be filmed
exhibit.
here or there?
Yeah, in Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
Okay.
It's
Well,
called
it's Vegas
it's called
Rebels. It
Vegas
should be in
Rebels.
Vegas. Yeah.
Absolutely Vegas scene. It's
Interesting.
like a Indian couples, like a young couple coming from the LA, and they are like a mid-age couple. They both are struggling in Hollywood
Uh-huh.
to get the acting.
Yeah.
So they are just coming here to chill up in Las Vegas. So on I-15, they went to they stopped by in some abandoned place
Okay.
just for the rest areas.
Wow.
So when the guy goes inside, that one building was abandoned. He said,
Mhm.
"Okay, let me go there." And he looked at that, and he found a bunch of money.
Oh wow.
And with that money bag, he comes here in a Vegas. They are
Uh-huh.
spending money in everywhere, club and everywhere. Just a crazy.
Spending.
They
Wow.
are spending those money. And meantime, the guy was little flirty, and he was flirt with one
Uh-huh.
bar dancer.
Uh-huh.
Bar dancer also was an Indian girl.
It's crazy.
And she find out where he got the money from,
Uh-huh.
and then she called her boss, and boss, we found our money, because money belongs to the mafia.
Oh wow.
Mafia in Las Vegas. And drug mafia gang is also like an Indian gang.
Even throwing at you
It's an Indian
I
gang.
love that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because I had a similar film project that I was interested in. A script was being written. We filmed this one. We could even film this one in Texas. I have an establishment that we could film that I own it, and it was kind of a crime caper. So the bar owner is an alcoholic and whatnot, and it opens with him. He's drunk on his thing, and it's a crime caper that the person, his wife that had left him, they have his daughter that wasn't really his daughter, but he doesn't know that. But they've been conning him. They realized that his property was worth more money, and they're trying to, because he's an alcoholic, take his property away from him. So it's this crime paper and this kind of mobsters and whatnot. They're trying to steal his property from him, but he's so drunk in his alcohol. So you do have the thing where he's there, he's drunk, he's have the alcohol dripping off the side of
Mhm.
it. And at the end, they find out that on that property he had some hidden diamonds. And so,
Wow.
and kind of those things, there's this kind of, exotic dancer there or whatnot. But
Right.
again, it's kind of a, and he sobers up by the end
Mhm.
and realizes that he'd been conned. So again, I like these kind of more poignant stories like that are comedic or crime capers that filmed in those kind of old, kind of like they did in like the 70s and 80s with all practical
Right.
effects and want to do
Yeah.
that without the fancy CGI stuff. Again, I think we've kind of been on that same page and the kind of when I think these are kind of films that people would be interested in because it's being a comedic and it's a caper as well
Yes.
too. It's a caper. And it's inspiring too. And
Mhm.
no, I like that. We could
It
definitely.
is a
I
nice
think
content.
again, and things too we could do. Like I said, hey,
And
you need actors. You put them in an
and
Airbnb and
I
film
know that, as
4 days.
as far I know, like in a Bollywood,
Yeah,
is a really big market in Bollywood,
yeah.
and this kind of content is never shot in Las
Right.
Vegas.
They even know how to film chase scenes in cars now out in the illness.
Oh,
They know
okay.
how to
So
do
that is
that.
the one scene in this one.
We
Okay,
know how to do that now. I know how
we
to.
have one scene in a big
I've
scene.
I've learned from that how to do that and make it work and
So,
how to tell the editor to make it work as
Yeah.
well. That's
oh, okay.
something I
So
just
you
learned as
like
well.
choreographer, or you
Yes,
just know?
absolutely. I know how to choreograph. Yes, I
Oh,
learned how
all
to
right.
choreograph it and how to film it. And again, and how to make it where they're in the car and looks like the car is
Chasing.
moving
Yeah,
without it actually moving.
correct.
So wow, this sounds like it could be.
That's a good thing.
Do you all want to see
Definitely.
something? Do you think we need to collaborate again, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think it'll be good? I think we've done all right.
Yes.
I think we could do even better. Oh my God, again, I just
Really,
it was so good to again I get to see the whole Vegas community, but especially you guys again. It's such a
mhm.
big part of my history and what I do in the film industry. Even now, again and again, I never considered self-funding until this year. Going, it's that time now to throw in
So in
my
mid,
hat in the ring from that aspect because again, it's I think a lot of filmmakers don't realize that when they're asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars, nobody's going to give them that, and nobody
right,
should.
right, yeah.
Nobody should,
So
especially if they're not prepared to. If you're going to put in, I'm like one of those, make a $20,000 film. If you only have 10,000, it's easier to get an investor if they know that you're putting the exact
paying
same
this,
amount of
right,
money
right,
because
yeah.
they know that you're
Mhm.
serious. You're
If
not
you
just
don't put your
asking
money,
for
then
money.
yeah, so no gonna no one will put the money.
No,
Yeah,
and why should they?
correct, correct.
Why should they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that? No, wow, I agree. Again, this is such a
And I know, like, I'm not a fan of the crowdfunding, and you also not a fan of crowdfund,
I don't
you
know
know.
how to do it.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
So
Jeff did that with his for the one that he crowdfunds and
mhm.
but and
Some people
there's
does that,
nothing wrong with that. Again,
correct,
I'm
yeah.
not I don't like I'm weird. I don't ask for money.
But
Not
then,
at
It's
all.
weird to
but
me.
after you make
We
the
are not against
crowdfunding,
or we are not involved. So
Yeah.
yeah.
on a crowdfunding, you committed with everybody to give them a role or something,
Yeah,
then you have to change your
and
story,
the
entire
acting
story.
and the quality of the acting's not good.
Yeah,
It's not
Yes.
the
so
same. And then sometimes you get somebody that's a decent actor that donated, but half the
correct.
time you're like,
You have to teach them,
you're
it's
not,
just like
and the
acting
story
story.
is not
No,
very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
it's not good
Again,
to work.
it's
So
just not
if you
again.
run a quality, then no point to go
And
into
I'm
it.
not putting down people that have done that. Everyone's trying the best to do what they can do to make
Right.
their films, but at
Yeah.
the same time, it's just something that it takes away from the old school way of auditioning for a film. We
Mm,
always auditioned for our films.
right.
They were always funded. I remember there's times when people thought that funding was coming from elsewhere, and we're like, no,
Mm,
that was never. All were always completely funded, and all our films were always auditioned for. It's a big thing.
mm,
Even last night, the film Reroll was auditioned for.
mm.
Everyone was paid. Everyone
Right,
was
right. Yeah, that's
housed.
good. Yeah.
Filmed in 4 days. And 16K.
Mhm.
It can be done.
So our first movie, Mr. Desi, I already released in a Hindi dub
I
in
knew that.
India
I
on a
knew that.
YouTube in January 27 or in February.
Mhm.
I'm releasing a Ring of Desire in a Hindi dub.
Well, I like both those movies. I don't know why.
Yeah. Finding that
That's right. I don't know why I like both those movies, but definitely we want to definitely share those when those are out there
and down
because if people see them.
after March, I'm planning
Well,
Death Club as well.
let's make sure
Yeah.
we see
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Club.
So we'll have a Patel Films YouTube channel too.
I knew that. That's yeah. Let's talk
Please.
about the Patel Films
So
YouTube
please,
channel.
I
Subscribe and
How many
subscribe, like.
subscribers are we at right now?
I have a 17,000.
17,000. We can get
Yeah,
it
yeah,
over
growing right
70K.
now, growing
We can get it over that.
every day we are growing like three, four
Well,
hundred.
well,
Three,
so
four.
is it just Patel Films on YouTube?
YouTube, yeah.
So hey everybody, subscribe to Patel Films on YouTube. There's three great films I know of at least. There's The Journey of Mr. Deshi, Ring of Desire, and Death Club.
Yeah.
All pretty decent films, if I say so myself. I know people in those
Yeah.
films. They put those films together,
Right.
but they were a pleasure again. Everybody,
And few more film will come next.
absolutely, and it talks about those films still. So,
Also from my film festival, I'm helping the people like indie filmmaker
good.
around the world to distribute their film in my channel.
Oh, good.
So I'm working with a few of producer
Good.
directors.
Well, that's always the
Yeah,
biggest thing is distribution. I think a lot of
yeah.
people self-distributing is the best way. I think.
Correct. Yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
learned now how
Well,
to
we have to
distribute on
get
a film hub,
because you saw how
So,
when you're going to distributors, the checks, the chicken,
correct,
you're not
correct.
getting any
Yeah.
money back.
Nah.
They're keeping they're robbing you.
So last 2 years I was just learning,
Well,
what
that's me
stuff
too. The last
inside,
couple of years is
yeah, I
learning
was
this
learning.
industry better. Before, like I said,
Correct.
as a business owner, and I've been many years, I was like, I've never even going to put my money into that. I don't trust those people. And now I'm like, I can do this now.
Right, yeah.
I can do this now. It changes the
Some people was
perspective of it.
thinking like I am out of the film industry, but no, I
No, I
was
didn't think you
learning
were.
that
I know
stuff.
you.
I
I
was
knew you
learning.
weren't. I'm like, I knew you
Now
weren't.
I'm back.
But that's me too. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I've worked and not, but everyone's like, no. Again, when this last year again, I didn't make this last film last year because I had a tragedy. My mom died, so we
No,
didn't make
sorry
that film.
for
We
that.
we
Yeah.
were weeks from going into production, and I was like,
Mhm.
I can't do this right now. I needed to
Right,
take a
right.
break, and I had
Yeah,
to get my
absolutely.
health in order.
Yes.
I lost 30 pounds to get my health and get
Mhm.
myself in order as well to deal with that. And that was the first one. I was like, I was going to co-fund it equally. It was
Mm.
gonna be 10. We were going to do the film for 20K. And money was ready to put it there, but I had to cancel. But now it's like it was one of those. With my best friend Ben, he goes, Ronnie, why would you do that for another director? You you have that money to do that. You should. You're a director. You know what you're
Right,
doing,
right.
and you're even better now than you were because you've learned so much. I
Mhm.
was like, it changed my perspective. Like, that's what I'm going to do now. That
Yeah,
I'm ready to fund and go in and or co-fund.
That's
And as a
very
director, I'm not a bad director. I get some good training doing that with you
let's
all.
become a partner with Vegas Rebels.
We'll do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's do it together.
I'm excited.
Vegas Rebels.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you all
yeah,
again.
we
It
can
was
start
my
it.
pleasure to
Yeah,
have
and
these.
another also we have doing the film festival in India
in
as
India
well.
too. Yeah,
No, I mean knew that, and that one's
26.
brand new.
yeah. It's a brand
Right.
new. It's
When
gonna
is
be
The
first
first issue.
first event next year in January.
okay? So just
Like after next month. Yeah,
like next
next month.
month.
Next
I was
month. Yeah,
like,
next month. Yeah,
wow,
next month. Yeah,
yeah.
in a January.
And I hated that I missed you guys when you were going through Amarillo, Texas.
Oh
I was
yeah.
on the road at that time. I think this was late August. I
Yeah,
remember.
Yes.
late
I
August.
was
Yes,
I
yes.
went to El Paso where I was born
Yeah.
and raised. It was my mom's birthday, my
Right,
first
right.
birthday without her, so I had to go
Mhm.
visit, where my parents
No,
were
I
resident. I
understand.
needed
That's
to do
fine.
that. But it was like, you guys was like,
We,
you're in Amarillo?
we were on a
Did
road
you
trip.
go by my bar? You
No,
should have.
no,
You should have. You should have. You can use it as a.
you were not there.
You should. It'd
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
great location for some stuff too.
Here too.
We,
Next we
we,
want to go
We
Colorado
were on a
again.
road trip for 35 days.
I know that. I
Yeah.
said we can plan a film and film at that location.
Oh yeah, it's very
That's
nice.
great.
I like Texas, man.
Dude, that's
I like
Palo
Oklahoma
Duro
City. I
Canyon.
like it.
We could do Palo Duro Canyon.
Uh-huh.
We could
Oh
do.
yeah, that's a really
We
nice
can use
canyon. Yeah.
my bar as a
Uh-huh.
location as
Right,
well too.
right, right.
There's lots of rooms and whatnot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they even have a private room where you can build a set to be whatever you want. Because it's a
Right, right.
black box, so you can
Yeah.
build it as a whatever. It can be a police station. It can be this. It can be so many different things.
Oh,
That was
okay.
what we were going to do with the one we were doing in the summer,
Right.
and I was like, and
It's really nice
and
in Texas.
historic. I know
Oh
there are a lot
yeah,
of historic
historic.
areas
Yeah.
there too. Yeah, and
We've been in a
it's also Route
Palo
66
Water
as
Canyon.
well.
Yeah.
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 You saw the theater out there.
Oh yes.
Yes.
That's my
Yeah.
first professional gig in theater when I was 19. That's why I moved to that area. That was my first professional show was in that theater
Oh, okay.
in the Showtime. So you should come again in the summer. I'll take you to the Showtime. I'm
Definitely,
alumni.
definitely. We'll let you know before we come
We
there.
get the
Yeah.
whole
We make a
VIP treatment and backstage
30
passes. I
days.
sponsor that show too. Still,
Oh,
I
okay.
sponsor meals for the cast because that was started my professional career back in 1992 was in that show. That's what took me to
So
that area of
nice.
the
Yeah.
country.
Good to
So
know.
in 35 days we mark some places we wanted to visit
Come
again.
back.
Well,
Yeah.
come back
Come
to
back again.
Amarillo. We'd
Yeah.
love to have you all.
Amarillo.
And let me know the day so I can make sure
Yeah,
I'm there.
definitely.
And
Definitely.
let me know ahead of time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I can take you around and show you
Yeah.
Amarillo,
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
well, again, it was a pleasure just to have you guys here again.
Thank you.
We
Same
haven't
here.
had a long conversation. And I gotta actually share this a bit of information. Fun fact that my love for Indian food came from these people. They used to go to this restaurant in Kingman, and since then, I'm like, there's some new ones in Amarillo that actually
Oh
are
yeah.
very good. I'm like, oh my gosh,
I think
Neil and Chaitali would like this one. This one's good. But they have a couple of really good. I still love Indian food. It's one of my favorite cuisines now. It's like, oh my gosh. And it goes to a place I'm like, and people are like, so what are you in the mood for? I'm like, And, I always like Mexicans. I'm Mexican. I'm like, do you have any Indian restaurants?
chicken tikka masala.
What do you got?
You like a veggie version
I know.
Crazy.
No,
We are
I
vegetarians,
knew
so
you were both
yeah.
vegetarians. There are a lot of Indian
Yeah.
people are vegetarian. I knew that
Right.
as well. I learned that as
Yeah.
well through you guys. I remember it was a scene in Mr. Deshi that
Oh
acknowledges that
yeah.
as well. That
Yeah.
what a big
That
deal
was
it
a
was.
good
That
time. Yeah.
if you want to know what that scene is, you should watch the journey of Mr. Deshi. Hello.
All right. Please.
Well, again, I wanted to wrap this up and tell you all thank you so much for coming and visiting me. And it was
Thanks,
a great
Thanks for having us here.
absolutely, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was a
It's
pleasure.
really a
Well,
pleasure.
we'll
Thank you.
we'll be right back with the next segment of Take One with Ronnie Nanos. We'll be bringing on Miss Brawling Beauty, who hosts and produces the show Cirque here in Las Vegas, Nevada.